Hello and welcome to It's 5 o'clock somewhere, your monthly Q&A with me, Sparring DK. We've got a special guest today and it's Little Mon joining me again on the channel. We're going to go through, we're going to do the Q&A and then basically we just sat down at a table, made pigs of ourselves and just showcased some Australian food. So hopefully that's a little bit of fun a little bit later on. But let's just get into this Q&A now and I'll see if Little Mon can help me out on any of the questions. The first one comes from Daniel James and he says, who do you think is better and why? Payet, Coutinho or Eriksen? Okay, so Payet plays for West Ham, Coutinho plays for Liverpool, and Eriksen plays for Tottenham Hotspur. I've never actually watched any of them play. I don't actually watch a lot of football. In fact, I have heard a lot about Payet and Eriksen in the news occasionally. So apparently Payet's the next big thing and just signed a contract with West Ham or some shit. So we'll just go with him. Fuck it. Next question comes from Mitchell Galea, and he says, which countries have you been to? Okay, I've been to Australia.
I've been to a lot of countries.
Yeah, we've both been to a lot of countries, extensively through Europe. Little Mon's done a fair bit of USA and some of Canada and stuff like that, haven't you? Yeah, probably a little bit too much to go into detail. But yeah, Europe, and I've done a little bit of Southeast Asia, Thailand and that sort of thing. Yeah, a little bit of traveling, but definitely want to do a lot more. Next question comes from Carlos Ramos and he says, stop the bullshit, just answer the question. Who's better, Sparring the Master DK or Bama Striker 9? Okay, well, I'm not going to say I'm the best. I do appreciate what Bama does on his channel. He's a good friend of mine, and if you don't know who he is, make sure you go and check out his channel. Do you have a preference?
He's nice. He's the American.
He's the American, yeah. Okay, Little Mon likes Bama Striker 9, so I'm lucked out again. Barista Don says, have you ever thought about doing a Football Manager series? And also, will Whiskey Sours ever return? Football Manager, I feel if I did get into that, would be an absolute time suck. And you basically probably wouldn't get anything else on the channel, as I would probably get that far involved with it that I'd probably just disappear off the face of the planet, and Little Mon wouldn't be happy with that either. As for Whiskey Sours, that's sort of something that just happens at the spur of a moment. Yeah, I'm not going to make any promises because the last 2 times have been pretty rough in the morning. Callum Ferrer says, do you Netflix and chill?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
I think I'm too old.
I'm too old for Netflix and chill.
What is Netflix and chill?
Yeah, maybe you can explain it to me in the comments, Callum. Cheers. The Awesome 19, Gerrard and Suarez or Drogba and Lampard as the best partnership and why? Okay, you're talking old school here. Chelsea or Liverpool. Well, I don't like either team, so I'm not going to watch either of them, and I'm not going to answer your question. Supercool1412 said, would you rather have a pet koala or a kangaroo?
Aww. Koalas just get stoned all day and sit in trees, though. I mean, kangaroos, like, they're pretty badass.
I'd have to go kangaroo, being a kangaroo supporter as well.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. As much as a cute little koala would be handy, they can scratch and
I don't do anything though.
Yeah,
it is cute.
They have chlamydia.
And they do.
And
sexually.
I don't want that.
Why would you be?
Alright, anyway. Carlos Ramos, would you rather be fat and cute or skinny and ugly?
I'm already fat and cute, so.
Aww.
If you're fat and cute, you can always lose weight and be, like, skinny and hot. Whereas if you're skinny and ugly...
You've already been hit with every stick on the way down.
Like, you're skinny, yeah, so clothes look good on you, but you're ugly, so...
Yeah.
And it should be what's on the inside that counts.
It should be what's on the inside that counts. Space Gamer says, how long have you been together? Alright, nearly 3 years.
Yes.
At the end of May, it'll be 3 years. I hope that's relevant. Troy Canters, what was your first FIFA? For me, 96, 98. Road to the World Cup, whenever that one was. Was it 98? I really don't know. And Little Mon's would be FIFA 16 when she played me on the 2000 subscriber special. Correct?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Pastrak, would you rather do a dog or eat a cat? FB with the weird questions.
Do a dog or eat a cat?
Yeah.
Oh, neither.
Why?
Because I love kitties, I love puppies. Is a cat dead? Do I know it's a cat?
No,
Because I'll probably eat it thinking it's chicken
probably.
if I don't know what it is.
But you wouldn't want to have sex with a dog.
I would not want to have. That's a crime
Okay.
on many levels.
Yeah. All right. So no sex with animals. We're gonna eat the cat.
Sol's not into bestiality.
Tomasi97 has 2 questions. What do you think of Tottenham? Well, being an Arsenal supporter, they're a bunch of douchebags, and yeah, you can shove them. And what do you think of shit?
Like what? Taking a shit? It's a necessity. I'm sorry, everyone's human here. We're all mammals.
All right, the Gears Legend says, after the success of the hashtag 30 and 30, which was awesome, did you have any ideas that you missed, you liked? Plus, did you have any particular favourite part of the 30? As a whole, I thought it was, pretty well done. Just tooting my own trumpet there. Great to be a part of. Great that everyone wanted to be involved with it. Some really class ideas, and it's really good that people have left comments as well, stating what ideas they like. Did you have anyone in particular that you liked in the video?
I like the guy that I couldn't understand.
That's Gears a Legend.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What a good accent.
Little Mon loves that Scottish accent, G. So just stay out of Australia, mate. Clement Belair says, "What do you think of the Manchester City defence?" Well, fuck knows. I've never watched a Man City game in my life. All I know is that I hate them. They're my most hated team in the world. And if Sami Nasri is in that defence, hopefully he drops dead and dies.
That's not nice.
All right, Moray ZY says, who is your favourite player in the Notts County career mode? Probably Ebenezer Mezu, the hobo. He's done an amazing job so far in the series. And let me know who your favourite player is. Troy Canters, when did you decide to play a youth career mode? I've always done it since I can remember playing FIFA, but to bring it to a YouTube channel was really just from watching Cutsy and SGA Sports and that sort of thing. I thought, you know what, I want to have a crack at that. So, yeah. Been doing it a lot longer than that, though. What football team do you support IRL? If you're talking English football, as in soccer, I'm going to go Arsenal. I think I answer that in every Q&A. Little Mon likes Leicester City, which is funny because they're on top of the table, but she doesn't support them because they're on the top of the table. She's never watched a game in her life. The reason she likes them is because they are foxes.
I really want a pet fox.
She really wants a pet fox.
I know they carry disease. Whatever. People are going to be like, meh, they're vermin.
Robert DeMarco says, will you do a meetup in Philly or anywhere? Unfortunately, my budget doesn't really allow me to travel to America for a meetup and greet, and I probably wouldn't do one here in Perth because there's probably maybe one person in Perth that watches this channel. Hi, Bomber. But other than that, yeah, mate, if I got to a point where I had enough subscribers and enough income coming in from YouTube and that, well, I'm sure I'd chuck me and Little Mon on a plane and you could come and say hello. Floss Player says, what series will commence when Notts County is through? Well, I've got a couple of series up my sleeve that I don't want to go into too much detail, but the joy of you guys actually watching this, whereas a lot of people on this channel probably don't, is you get little sneak previews and that sort of thing. So what we're going to have another relegation regen rebuild series coming up after Notts County. I'm not going to tell you which club it is just yet, but I can tell you that it's going to be absolutely exciting. All right, Daniel.
Is it though?
Is it though? It will be for people that like it.
It's football.
Yeah, I know. All right. So anyway, Daniel Macohon says, what team do you support in the English Premier League and why? I think I just said before Arsenal.
Maybe football. Like our football.
Well, if you're talking Aussie rules football, I support North Melbourne Kangaroos. But if you're talking English football, which most people are, we're going to go Arsenal. The reason why is I really like watching Dennis Bergkamp about 20 years ago. I thought he was a good player when I actually did watch a little bit of football. And that's kind of why I started supporting Arsenal. All right, and I think this is the last question. It says, what's your favourite meat dish and how do you cook it?
Steak.
Steak. Everyone loves a fucking good steak.
Oh my God,
And I made steak last night. I just cook it. Depends how you like it, medium rare. I mean, Little Mon likes it with a little bit of blood through the middle, just pink and tender. So the way you do that is get a nice thick cut, probably a porterhouse, and about 3.5 minutes each side with a really hot pan. Then actually take it out of the pan, put it on a plate, cover it with alfoil for about 2 or 3 minutes, just so all those juices stay locked in, and it'll continue just breathing and cooking a little bit inside. Whip off that alfoil, get it on our plate, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, she is loving a good steak. Well, that's the whole Q&A for you. Now we've got a real special video for you. We basically just sat out in the dining room and ate a shit ton of different foods from Australia. I will have some links in the comments down below. Hopefully, if there's anything there that looks like it takes your fancy, you can get onto one of these websites. And it's not sponsored. I'm just, just trying to help you guys out, find some Australian food. No one's paying me to say shit. But yeah, we're just going to sit down, eat some shit, and if you like any, try and find it down below. Alright guys, we've got you some traditional, I guess, Australian iconic things, and we're just going to have a little bit of a munch here ourselves and trying to describe some shit for you. And I'll put some links down in the description to maybe some places where you can possibly go and import these to your own countries. Alright, so some of these things I haven't even tried as an Australian, which is kind of weird, and I dare say Little Mon hasn't tried most of the stuff. She's very particular about what she likes to eat. So, I don't even know where to begin.
Eating hot stuff, I would say cold and disgusting.
Okay, so, alright. This is a cheese and bacon roll. It's just bread with cheese and bacon all over the top of it. And it's just a bread roll with cheese and bacon. I mean, anything's good with bacon on it. You like it?
I like this bacon.
Oh, you want the big one?
It's hot.
Yeah.
Later.
We've got to get through all this. Alright, cheers. It's just cheese and bacon.
Yeah.
On bread. What's your favourite?
Yeah. I have it at work like that every day.
Okay. So I guess you could just take an ordinary roll, put some grated cheese on it, cut some bacon up, and put it on the grill for a couple of minutes, and you probably have your own cheese and bacon roll. Alright, so this is Vegemite on toast. Vegemite is definitely an Australian icon. You won't eat this.
I don't like it. It's disgusting.
She doesn't like Vegemite. I love Vegemite. So it's just like black yeast, like Guinness.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yuck.
Oh, that's great. Lots of butter. And as thick as you like it. That's about it.
No, that's not right, because then people are going to buy it and then do what idiots do.
Alright, so start off small and just put a little bit on to start with, and if you enjoy it, over time you can put some more and more on it. Alright? That'll do.
It's not Nutella.
It's not Nutella.
You don't eat it out of the tub like Nutella because it's disgusting.
Alright, this is called a meat pie. Americans don't have these. There's a stupid fucking dog barking. Barking. And in England you generally have a pasty rather than a pie. One thing you do need for a pie is tomato sauce. And Little Mon hates tomato sauce with a passion. It's probably her Polish blood. I'll just cut it in half so you can see what's going on. Right, so it's just, meat.
It smells like fart.
It's a meat and gravy filling. It's actually quite delicious if you like a pasty and that sort of thing. Typically you have one of these at the football or whatever. Give it a bit of sauce.
Look at that. Meat's not supposed to be watery.
It's not, that's the gravy.
Gravy in it?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Meat and gravy. This thing's called a Chico roll, and I've never eaten one before in my life.
I don't have one.
And apparently it's, it's a full-on...
They sell it at canteens a lot.
Yeah, it's a full-on Australian iconic thing. So you get them at the fish and chip shop. I don't even know what's inside it. So it's like a meat and vegetable sort of concoction just wrapped in pastry. It actually looks...
Looks like a giant spring roll.
Yeah, it looks like a giant spring roll, Australian version of a spring roll. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. Do you want to try some?
No.
Alright, what else have we got to try? I'm just about due a beverage. What about yourself? This is called Pasito.
Yum.
It is a passion fruit flavoured soft drink. Yellow in colour.
It's my favourite.
It's Little Mon's favourite. It's sweet, a little bit... Diabetes in a can. Sweet, a little bit sour, just like passion fruit. Definitely good in a hot summer day.
Lily's on macadamia nuts.
Oh, okay. These are called macadamia nuts. Apparently they're typically Australian from Queensland and shit. I've got no idea. I've never actually tried one before in my life. Have you had
I'm not in that. Oh, actually I might have in a mix, but I think they're quite watery tasting.
Okay. We'll have a go. No, apparently they're yum. Alright.
They kind of taste like a less, I don't know, a more watery flavoured almond in the middle of an almond.
Watery flavoured almond. I don't know what an almond tastes like.
What?
Meh. Whatever.
Leave them with me, they're delicious. I'm gonna eat them.
Okay.
I haven't had lunch.
These are called Samboy barbecue chips and or crisps, as some people like to call them. You know, it's just a potato chip.
I love Samboy.
Reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah.
Nana always used to get me some of these, like every time I stayed at Nana's place.
How old Ab? Hit me.
Yeah, that's like almost hit me with a Samboy chip. Hit me slowly, hit me quick, hit me. These are delicious. If you can get a hold of some of these Samboy chips, you're in a pretty good place. Alright, so these are called Sayo biscuits. What were they? Salvation Army. Basically, they were just something like that. So effectively, they came out for poor people back in the war, and it's just like a crisp saltine biscuit, should I say? Whatever. Cracker. I used to have these as a kid with Vegemite and cheese on it, but suggested is tomato and cheese, so that's what we're going to do here. Alright, so a Sayo biscuit with cheese and tomato. Nice little healthy kind of snack, I guess. Whoa, shit. Dropped it. Oh yeah, I remember these. Tough bread. Alright, Arnott's pizza shapes. Alright, I know you can get these in England. And if you want a little snack while you're just sitting at your computer watching some quality YouTube, this is an absolute staple. You can eat a full box of these and just feel like you've had a meal. So they're just little crackers.
Yeah, the crackers.
And flavour that you can see is apparently what they say. So these ones are pizza flavoured. Oh yeah, I remember that. They come in many flavours. This one's a barbecue.
Fairy bread.
Fairy bread? Alright, this is called fairy bread. I'm not sure if you do this around the world, but basically you just take a piece of bread, you lather it in butter, and then you put hundreds and thousands all over it. It's yeah, it has to be white bread. It's a staple, you know.
Party food.
Yeah, all around kids' parties and that sort of shit.
I can't do it.
Oh, you bite it first.
Wow. You are stingy with hundreds of thousands.
Alright, hundreds and thousands on bread. That's sweet. If you're looking for an Australian cereal, get yourself some Wheat Bix. Pretty standard, pretty boring, but with enough sugar on, it'll top you right off in the morning. And without sugar, you can have it with strawberries and fruit and cream or yogurt or banana, whatever. So it's basically just like a crisp biscuit, sort of.
It's a crushed wheat.
It's crushed wheat. Chuck that in a bowl. Grab yourself some delicious fresh white milk, because I'm not sure what black milk is. Definitely a little sprinkling of sugar because, you know, life's not sweet enough. And that's it. Now, when I was a kid...
It absorbs milk super fast.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it soggy, you have to eat it healthy.
Whereas
I like it soggy.
Whereas when I was a kid, I put hot water on it and turned it into porridge. Wait, another thing you can have for breakfast or any time of the day is Milo. Now, this one here absolutely loves Milo with a passion. She will eat it as a dietary staple.
And sprinkle it over ice cream.
Yeah, you can put it on ice cream. So it's...
No, I can do that.
What is it actually?
Made from malted barley. Didn't you read it?
It's malted barley.
6 vitamins and minerals. Unlock the energy.
It kind of tastes chocolatey, so
tastes malty.
Malty, chocolatey, whatever. Put a bit of milk in.
It's great hot or cold.
Yeah, you can drink it hot, like coffee or... Right, do you want it?
No. You don't make it right.
I don't make it right. That's not how I have Milo anyway.
That's not how I have it either. I basically have a layer of Milo and then a bit of milk and then I just basically smash the Milo.
Tastes like chocolate. Right, this is called an Anzac biscuit. Now these are Australian. I have no idea what's in them and I've ripped the fucking shit off. So I have no idea. But Anzac stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps. So I'm assuming that they were just something that got knocked up during the war just to feed people because we're all poor as shit.
Are they for the soldiers?
Yeah. So we're just really just sitting here eating food, so... I'll put a list of things in the description down below of things that you should try from Australia. But now we're going to move on to some sweets and then wrap this up. I can't quite eating this biscuit. That's delicious.
Well, because you got a whole 12 pack to go through.
Yeah.
Big cold
Too cold factory. This is called a vanilla slice, and apparently this is Australian. I think the French and the English have some sort of version of it, but I think we're the only ones that put a butt ton of custard through the middle of it. And being custard lovers, this is an amazing dessert. Something else you might like to try if you like a lemon flavoured drink is Solo. Now the thing with this is called it's called a thirst crusher because what they do is they don't put as much fizziness in it so you can slam it down fast. Right, so it's basically just like a lemon pub squash, but yeah, it's absolutely delicious. Alright, so vanilla slice. I've just murdered a vanilla slice. So yeah, it's custard. That's the custard part of it.
Don't destroy it.
Oh wait.
That's what I was going to eat.
Custard is amazing. Alright, so what else have we got here? Well, let's go for a Lamington. Right, this is called a Lamington. It's basically a piece of sponge cake covered in like chocolate and then rolled in coconut. Something very, very Australian and absolutely delicious. Oh, it's a chocolate one.
Aww.
That's different.
Doesn't it say double chocolate on the top?
Yeah. What?
Told you not to get them one.
Alright.
Usually they're white inside.
Yeah, usually it's a white sponge, but we've got a bit of a chocolate sponge, so I'm not complaining. That's good. If you're still watching this, you must be a gluttonous animal. This is called an iced Vovo. It's made by Arnott's. Arnott's, I guess, are a Australian brand, probably owned by someone in America now. So basically it's just a biscuit, some pink icing, some jam down the middle, and some coconut, and it doesn't look very appetizing whatsoever.
I told you what I think it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like something very feminine, but it's alright. We just basically went through a list, and there was about 50 things that were Australian that you had to, you know, have a crack at while you're in Australia. There's obviously kangaroo and emu and crocodile and all that kind of shit, but you know, we weren't going to bloody drag a kangaroo in here. Alright. Next we have a Arnott's mint slice. I haven't had one of these for a while because I'm not really that much of a fan of mint, but Mon loves this shit. So this one's just a round chocolate biscuit. Tastes like an after dinner mint. Alright, last but not least on the biscuit run,
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. Now people from all over the world import these fucking biscuits, and to be honest I have no idea why. It's just a fucking biscuit covered in chocolate. Chocolate icing through the middle, but what people do is they bite off each corner and then use it as a fucking straw. What the hell is wrong with people? It's a biscuit, just eat it.
Because it melts all the goodness and it's like a delicious chocolate straw.
Yeah, it's alright. You can try it if you want. Alright, next up we have for you probably the most racist lolly in the world. This is called a Chico. and it's basically a chewy choc flavoured jelly baby. They've changed the packaging a lot over time, and it's a little less racist now. It used to have a little black baby in like overalls with one tooth, but now it seems a little bit more tame. New look. Yeah. So it's just a little chocolate jelly baby. Some people are a fan, some people just cannot stand them. Do you like them?
I don't know, I'm like in between. But like, I love this.
Yeah. Alright, this is called a fantail. Now the joy of these is it's basically what you would call like a cobbler. It's caramel covered in chocolate. Too easy, pretty straightforward. But what you get on this is a wrapper that asks questions and stuff. Alright, now we have something special for you. This is a cherry ripe. It is the oldest chocolate. It's the oldest chocolate bar invented in Australia, and they're absolutely amazing. We've got a dark chocolate outside, and on the inside, it's cherries and coconut. If you eat too many of these and go through a breathalyzer test, you can get done for being over the limit on alcohol apparently. Haven't tried it. Could be something for a future video. Would you like to buy it? We also have a violet crumble. Now this is honeycomb covered in chocolate, very Australian, and their slogan is, "It's the way it shatters that matters." Do you want to buy it? Alright, break it. You might shatter.
Nah,
Break it harder. Oh, snap. Oh yeah. That's good. Alright, what do we have there? Alright, this is called Kirk's Koala beer. Now, the funny thing about this is that it's actually West Australian. There's places all over Australia that you cannot get this. Okay? So next time you're in Western Australia, if you're watching this from somewhere else in Australia, go and get yourself a Kirk's Koala beer. They may have it in your state, territory. Possibly you might be able to get it imported. As I say, I'll leave some links down below, but it is Koala beer. So if you feel like having a beer with Dad and you're not quite legal of age, ask your dad, ask your mum for a Koala beer, and then you can partake. What does it smell like?
vanilla.
It's like a spicy cola. Not as in spice like chili, but I don't know how to describe it. Alright, well, hopefully you've sat here and just fucking enjoyed us eating a whole heap of food, and maybe there's something there that looked a little bit appealing and you can go and get yourself some, and leave us some comments down below. And if you tried any of these things, or if you're going to go ahead and get yourself some. But that's all we got time for on the taste testing side of things. Wait a second, we're missing one vital thing. So there's one thing we didn't try. Wow, how did I even get this? Alright, here we go. This is an iced cream. It is called a street paddle pop. Oh no. And it is a rainbow paddle pop.
You either love them or you hate them.
You reckon? How can you not love a rainbow paddle
I'm
pop?
pretty sure everyone hates rainbow paddle pops.
Why?
I don't know, I love them. I remember they used to be a lot more greener and bluer back in like primary school though. I've got more pink now.
I think they're amazing.
I love them.
Yeah, so we're just going to sit here and enjoy our ice creams, and hopefully you're hungry. We'll see you next time. Bye. Alright, thanks very much. Hopefully you enjoyed that and you're not too hungry and running down to the local shop for a hot pie or a drink. And that's all we got time for today. Thanks very much for tuning in. It's 5 o'clock somewhere for another month, and we'll see you next month for another one. I've been Sparring DK. This is Little Mon. And we'll see you next time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.